previously we are copying this token manually and passing inside Firebase console. So now we have collected this through our code and saved inside our phpMyAdmin database. So now let's do the second part, which is we have to create user registration page, and whenever user register, we will send a push notification to that admin. I have already created a user controller. Let me show you. And I have also created few views for user. So I'll use that add view. Let me show you how it's looking. So this is the add user screen. So I'll use the same view in my new page register screen. So I'll duplicate this add function and I'll name it as register. So this register function will display a view if it's coming from the get HTTP method. Otherwise, it will do some task. So currently I'm removing this, and let's register this function in the roots. So I'll create a new root for register, and here is our register page. So now whenever user enter their details and click on the add user button, then we will insert these values inside the users table, and after successful insertion we will send a push notification to our admin. So let's go inside the user controller. So whenever we submit this, we are calling the same function with post method, which means whenever the post method is coming, which means it's coming from the form. So here first we will fetch all the parameters which are coming from this form, like fname, lname, email and address. So I'll use this, then request, and then get where, and it will return all the parameters. I'll store this in a new variable, so I'll name it as body. Now I'll get instance of our user model. I have already created that user model, same as our admin model. Let me show you this one. It's using the users table and it has these fields: fname, lname, gender, email and address. So I'll get instance of that user model here. So just use that model, new user model, and this user model is now here, and we can use this model function, model variable, to save the data. I'll simply save this body. This means that all the data which is coming from this form is inserted directly inside this table without any conditions or any validation. So I'm storing this response in a new variable. Now here we'll check if this response is not empty, which means user inserted inside the database successfully. Then we'll send a notification to our admin. So now I'll create a function to send notification. So I'll going to create function inside the base controller so that I can use this inside every controller. So I'll name my function as send notification, and it will accept two parameters. I'll get title from previous screen and body as well, so that I can use this anywhere. Now we have to use curl. So now we will use FCM REST API, which means Firebase REST API, to send push notification. To hit that REST API, we will use curl in PHP. So I'll create instance of curl. So curl init. This will create an instance and initialize the curl. Now we have to pass few parameters to our curl. So that will be curl underscore set opt. So it requires three parameters. First one is this instance of the curl, second one is option, and third one is its value. So the connection is ch. I'll use URL parameter, so that is the URL of underscore URL, and the URL is googleapis.com/fcm/send. This is the Firebase REST API. You can find this in the Firebase documentation. So I have already that function, that API URL. Next one is we will send our parameters as post data in post method. So we will set this curl request to post. To set this, I'll use this same function and use this variable curl opt underscore post, and I'll pass true, which means This request is now post request, and this REST API requires authentication in the header. So I'll use headers as well. These are HTTP headers. So I'll create headers here and I'll pass this here. We'll do this later. Now we need response in return. So I'll use a parameter return. This one, curl opt return transfer, and I'll set its value to true so that it will return response from the API. And next one is SSL verification. That would be SSL verify peer, this one, and I'll set it to false so that it will not check for my SSL certificates. And the last one is the post parameters, or you can say the post data. So that will be post fields, this one, curl opt post fields. So this will be a string, so that would be a JSON string. So I'll also create a new parameter named as body, and I'll pass this to this with JSON encode. So now let's hit this curl. So I'll use the curl execute function and pass this connection, and that's it. Now it will hit the API with these headers and these bodies with these options, and it will return response from the API. And after the successful response, I'll close the connection using this curl underscore close function, and I'll simply return 1 from here, and I'll pass connection here. So this part is done. So now let's see what is going inside this header and this body. So according to Firebase messaging system REST APIs, it requires authorization. So previous we are using this server key to send notification because we were using the console. That's why we don't have to set this server key, because now we are using the REST API, so we have to use this server key so that Firebase can identify who is sending this notification. So just copy this, and I'll use a parameter authorization, and that will be key is equals to her key which I just copied. And then I'll set content type to JSON. That would be application / JSON, because we will pass these post parameter as a JSON. As you can see, we are using JSON encoded. So this is the header part, and now let's move to the body part. So this body will be, sorry, we also have the body, so I'll rename this to request. Okay, so this request will contain our notification data like the token, who is the receiver, this one, and then title of the notification, then body of the notification, and other parameters which we are using here, this. So this request requires 2 parameters. First one is data, which is also an array, and the second one is registration IDs. This is also an array containing the multiple tokens. So this will contain all the IDs. If we want to send notification to 5 users, then we will pass token of all those 5 users in this parameter. In this tutorial, we want to send notification to our admin. So as the demo purpose, we have only one admin, and that will be 1 in my case. So I'll simply get token of that admin using this ID, which means I can create an instance of admin model, and then I can get admin data from this admin model. I can find by ID, and ID is 1 in my case, and I'll save it in a new mod object. Now we can fetch token from this admin. So I'll use array, and I'll get token from that admin, and that's it. So now in the data we will create a notification. So I'll create a new variable for the notification. Actually this data is this one. This custom data is data there, because in our previous video we were working with data, this data, and we are getting title and body from this data. That's why in this we will send data here, so that other user will receive this data. So this data will contain title and body. So now I'll pass title and body in this data. So first one is title. This is coming from previous screen. Second one is body, which is also coming from previous screen. And now I'll pass this notification. Sorry, I'll do this here. I'll pass this here to clean my code. So this is the send notification function. We don't have to do anything here. If we want to send icon of notification, then we can pass here. So we can pass anything here, and we will receive that data in this data here. So now just save this file, and now we will call this send notification function here. So simply this, then send notification. Now it requires two parameters, which is title and the body. So the title I'll set like new registration, and in body I'll show email address of that newly registered user. So I can use new user registered with email ID, and then I can append email ID, so I can get email from this body, because we are sending email from this form. And that's it. Now save this file, and now I'll open this new page in private window, which is user/register, and now I'll register a new user. So I'll use this data, and whenever I hit add user, and you can see we have now a new notification, which is new registration, and the body is new user registered with email ID, my email ID. So now I'll register with another email. And now you can see now we have another notification, which is new user registered with email ID pawan@gmail.com. So this is how we can use push notification in our code. So for a simple demo purpose, I created this mechanism, but you can customize this according to your need. For example, if you are creating a social media website, then you can send notification whenever user send friend request, or when user send a new message, or user receive any another notification. This is up to you that how you want to use this. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel and share with your friends as well, so I can create more valuable content for you. Follow us on other social media accounts as well. Links are in description of this video.